Joe Scarborough is going to continue embarrassing himself here. We've covered a couple stories about him in the past few days. He's going to argue that left-wing science believers are extremists. And he's also going to say that being against the Keystone XL pipeline is somehow anti-science.
You can talk about 4, 5, 6 other issues, whether you talk about some of the climate alarmists who are extremists on the climate. Do you believe in climate change? Do you believe it's man-made? Some of the lefties in the Democratic Party taking it to extremes. You know this is true. I'm just wondering if you will say on camera what I know you say off camera, which is Democrats need to worry a whole lot more about working-class voters.
Right. Well, I think you can worry about working-class voters and say, 97% of scientists are right. Which is an argument about nothing. There's not a real argument in science about this. So you don't have to be stupid to appeal to working-class voters.
No, I'm not suggesting you do, but at the same time, at some point, when you get the AFL-CIO against you, when you get the Teamsters against you because you're taking extreme positions on pipelines that actually make the environment safer, that's denying science for your ideological left-wing fundraisers.
The number one Republican economic program is a pipeline that wouldn't even get built today. That would create 35 permanent jobs. I'm giving you an example back.
The Keystone XL pipeline makes the environment safer, is what Joe Scarborough just said. And he also said that Democrats aren't in favor of the working class. And who is? The Republicans. Oh, that's good, Joe. Oh, that's good. Are you trying out for comedy? Are you trying to do some stand-up here, buddy? Extremists who believe in science. Joe... Last time I checked, extremism to get out a message which is scientifically accurate is not a problem. There's nothing wrong with who are the extremists? The ones who are loud about it? The ones who are like, I really believe in climate science and this is really hurting the planet and we really need to take action and here's why and here's what my policy is. Oh, they used a loud tone of voice. They must be extremists, crazy people over here. I mean, what's going to happen next? Are they going to yell about how 2 + 2 = 4? Crazy. Now, let's get to the heart of the issue here. Because he says that being against Keystone XL is being against science. Well, there's some data on this that's come out over the past few months and over the past year or so, so let's go ahead and go through it. Some of these are headlines, some of these are quotes from different articles. Here's one right here, quote, tar sands may have caused sickness that forced families from homes, Canadian regulators say. So being concerned for the health of people and being against the pipeline for that reason, yeah, totally anti-science. Quote, study from the University of Manitoba confirms the association between environmental contaminants from tar sands production and cancer and other serious illness. Wanting to limit cancer. That's totally anti-science, Joe Scarborough. You nailed it. Quote, cancer rates in Fort Chip, where they do tar sands production, were 30% higher than expected. There were elevated rates of blood cancer, lymphatic cancer, and soft tissue cancers. Again, I guess you have to be in favor of these things in order to be pro-science, according to Joe Scarborough. Quote, a new study has found that levels of air pollution downwind of the largest tar sands, oil, and gas-producing regions in Canada rival levels found in the world's most polluted cities, and that pollution isn't just dirtying the air, it also could be tied to increased incidence of blood cancers in men that live in the area. So tell me again, Joe, how being against the pipeline is also somehow being against science. And I haven't even brought up the gigantic carbon footprint, which is going to increase climate change and push us further down the road that we can't come back from and going to lead to more problems and drought and famine and sea level rise and less fresh water and you name it. The list goes on and on. But again, Joe, let me default to your wisdom, because I know that you know much better than all of these studies that actually went into the details and were done by experts.